Hello everybody, this video is very exciting. We are going to look at why a temple in Egypt has been closed off from the public, and you're not going to believe why, but you're about to find out.
This video is going to blow your socks off. I'm going to talk about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Well, that was 8 months ago. I made this video about Sodom and Gomorrah, and I suggested the whole thing is due to the prevalence of the phallus cult. And the phallus cult would have been in Sodom and Gomorrah, and invaders approaching the city would have thought, what are these guys worshipping? What's going on here? This is just crazy. And they wrote that into their Bible. And the phallus cult was actually everywhere. It was all over the place. It's still in India. It's a Shiva Linga. And the Aryans spread this cult everywhere. If we look at this statue, it was dug up in Ukraine 100 years ago, and what happened was the Christians threw it into a swamp. Here you can see Loki, here's Middle Earth, here's something like Asgard, the giant gods in Asgard. Do you recall a scene from Conan and the Barbarian? What's the best in life? Fleet horse, falcons at your breast. Well, this is this kind of stuff that you get in Asgard, but essentially this whole idol is a four-faced penis. A giant four-faced penis. So they've incorporated all their cults together into Germanic mythology. And when the Aryans went to Ireland, they took this phallic cult with them. I mean, what are these? They put more effort into these than the churches next to them. That's the mystery of the Round Towers. And then this thing in southern England, the Kern Abbas giant. Kern means horn, and essentially it's Hercules, or a huge mythical creature. That's from the 1700s. In the 19th century, people were good. They read their Bible, and they can't be reading the Bible while they're doing field trips to this crazy location. So they've excluded a piece of anatomy. They scrubbed it out. The grass grew over. Again, this is the late 19th century. But in the 20th century, it's all good. It's all okay. It's fine to have this again. But this is the phallic cult. It reached as far as Britain, and obviously this is now extinct almost everywhere. And it was in Egypt, because Egypt was not isolated and people spread around. And look, Egypt had 10,000 gods. India had 10,000 gods. Egypt absorbed everything. And again, you see, this is the phallic cult in Egypt, giver of life, etc., etc. It's all fertility stuff. And this is the thing. There is a massive temple in Egypt, the biggest temple in Egypt. We know it as the Luxor temple. And if we look carefully, Shvela de Lubitz and I think a few others realize that it is actually replicating a man. It follows all the golden ratios, and it is built in the shape of a man. And here is the interesting thing. There's a bit sticking out. I mean, this would have been a fertility temple. So this would have been the penis. And guess what? It's closed. You cannot go here. They don't want New Agers performing rituals here. People do try to access this place, but they can't get close enough. And it's all sealed off. It's forbidden. It's off limits. And you have to ask why. Do they know? Do they know about this? I'm not sure. Again, let's look at it from this perspective. Luxor temple, and this would be the penis here. And as you see, it's not in bold, it's kind of faded away, so it's obviously not important for the tourists. Why would you want to see it? There's nothing pointed out as to what this particular part of the man would be. And if you actually follow the direction of that where that penis is pointing, it actually points all the way across the desert and to this strange pre-diluvian sort of harbour, which is now submerged beneath the waves, so, or something, that there was more land here. So is it actually blessing ships entering and leaving Egypt through a harbour, or goods, or something like that? And this is Valetta. I believe it's in Malta. And I want you to look carefully at this city and look at this shape. This is a woman, the shape of a woman. And let's have a look here. Sekhmet style head. Here we have the heart, which is a palace. The cathedral are the lungs. The open-air cafes. The food goes down the alimentary canal. The breasts at a bastion, the San Sebastian bastion. The womb here, the bus terminus. Skirt there. Ovaries at the cathedrals, 2 different cathedrals for the ovaries. The birth canal. Look, it's all replicated. A woman on a tremendous scale. So this is actually the same cult as we are seeing at Thebes or Luxor. And this is just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Guys, thank you very much. That information was acquired via remote viewing with a friend called Tina Silva. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please share this video around. Thumbs up, sub. The world needs to know.